Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage Battle Report. Today we've got the fourth video for the campaign, I believe, and it's going to be an 1850 point battle report. We've got 4 objectives. This one over here, one on this side, then there is the obvious Space Marine drop pod in the middle. That always acts as a great objective. And the last one we've got is this collection of sandbags and things over here. So we've got spearhead deployment, necrons on this side, Tau on that side, and in reserves we've got all of this stuff. For the Tau, we've got some plasma, what are they called? Fire knife suits, some death rain suits, 8 warriors in each of these devilfish. Then we've got the command squad and some Kroot. And for the necrons off the table, we've got 10 warriors in a ghost arc and 5 praetorians. And everything else is on the table. So we're going to get on with the first turn, and we'll come back to you guys at the end of turn 1. Okay, we've finished the Tau turn 1, and we'll take a quick look. The rail rifles fired on the shiny squad of immortals and killed one of them, who didn't get back up. And then the railgun fired a submission shot, which hit these 3 squads here, took out a single Lich Guard, 1 immortal, and it also wounded Wraith. But nothing else was able to see or in range for the Tau. These guys moved up and then ran, so they're going to try and get this objective. And in the meantime, we'll carry on with Necron turn 1. Okay, the Necrons finished their turn 1 and they've moved up quite a bit. You can see here the Wraiths have moved up and they actually ran 2 inches. So they're going to go after those Fire Warriors in the next turn. We've got the Lich Guard moved up, all of these immortals. Those immortals have gone over and run to take the objective over there. You can see the destroyers moved up. The heavy destroyers fired on a hammerhead and took out one of the burst cannons. And the destroyers fired on the sniper squad and they took out 2 of the drones. So it's just the 1 drone and spotter left. But we'll see what happens in Tau turn 2. Okay, the Tau brought on some extra guys. We've got the 2 death rain suits on, and this devilfish with some guys in it, and also the command squad who are over there. And we'll take a quick look at what happened. Let's see. These warriors fired on the destroyers and did nothing. Then a combination of the burst cannon from the hammerhead and the sniper squad, and also all of these warriors and the death rain suits all fired on the Wraiths and killed 2 of them in total. The command squad fired their plasma rifles and missile pods at the heavy destroyers, who are now all gone because they all got taken out. And the submission shot from the hammerhead took out 4 immortals, and 3 of them got back up, so only 1 down. But we'll see what the Necrons do in their second turn. Okay, the Necrons got on 2 units, I think, which is everything that they had. They got on the Ghost Arc, and they put that on this side, and then the Praetorians deep struck over here. And the Praetorians and the Immortals fired on Death Rain suits and took them out. These guys moved over. The Wraith assaulted the squad and killed all of them but 4, including the drone. The destroyers moved over, fired on this other squad of Fire Warriors, and there's only 1 left now. And what else happened? Oh yeah, the Immortals over on this side with the Gorse blasters. They didn't move, they just fired at the command squad and they missed with all but 1 shot, and that shot didn't wound. So we'll see what happens in Tau turn 3. Okay, it's the end of Tau turn 3, and here's what the battlefield looks like. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. 2 more devilfish came on. You can see the black one over there, and the nice yellow one. And this one's moved up here. Let's see, hammerhead fired a submission shot again. Took out 2 immortals. And then a selection of burst cannon shots combined with sniper shot from that drone and some smart missile system shots from these guys, and also 2 shots from that fire warrior. Took out all of the destroyers, which is why there's a huge kind of gap there. These fire knife suits deep struck on. They were actually quite close, they were right there, and these guys moved up and they all fired a bunch of shots at the warriors and killed, I think they killed 2 of them, or something like that, and then they backed up with their jetpacks, and obviously the combat over there carried on. The Wraith actually took a wound, and only 1 fire warrior went down, so it's starting to turn, but we'll see what happens in the Necron turn 3. Okay, let's take a look at what happened. Over here, the what's it called? Lich Guard joined in with the assault and finished off the warriors, and then they can't take the objective, so they've just consolidated off to that side. The Praetorians just jumped over here. They're probably going to move up over here. The Immortals moved up, and so did the Ghost Ark, and the Immortals fired on the command squad, took out a single bodyguard and a drone, and also wounded the second bodyguard. And then the Ghost Ark actually fired on the squad of fire knife suits, as with the help of these Immortals, who are currently in the objective, and they managed to completely wipe them out. So we'll take a quick look at what's owned. The Immortals have the objective in the middle. No one's got that one, although the Immortals basically have it there. No one's got this objective, and over here it's held by a single fire warrior, and also, you know, fire warriors in the Devilfish. So we'll see what the Tau do in their turn 4. Okay, that's the end of Tau turn 4. You can see the crew have come on. They actually moved up and then ran because they're not going to be in range to shoot. This Devilfish has moved over from there, getting ready to take that objective. That one moved over a bit. The broadsides fired on the Ghost Ark, took it out, wrecked it, didn't explode it, and then the warriors piled out, and they were subjected to submission shots and all sorts of shooting from the commander and stuff, and they lost 3 guys, and the squad in front lost 1 guy, and I think a Terminator, not a Terminator, an Immortal also got taken down from some burst cannon shots as well. So we're moving into turn 4 for the Necrons, and we'll see what they do. Okay, we finished the Necron turn 4, and we'll take a look at what happened. The Wraith assaulted the Groot and got wiped out, and they consolidated up a bit. The Praetorians moved up over here and ran a bit, and the Immortals opened fire on the command squad who were here, but they're gone now because they've been destroyed, and those warriors have moved back a bit. The Immortals in the middle holding strong, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens in the Tau turn 5. Okay, we've finished the Tau turn 5, and I'm going to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. Over here, as you can see, warriors dropped out, gun drones dropped off, the crew assaulted the Overlord with his retinue. I suppose I can call that, not properly a retinue, and they all got taken out apart from him. But we'll see what happens in the next turn, and whether the Tau can actually claim this objective. This one claimed by those Tau who dropped out of the Devilfish there. Broadsides fired on the Praetorians, took out 2 of them. Submission shot, and a bunch of shots from over here wiped out all of the warriors. But they're not holding the objective because they're too far away. But at least it's not Necron. And that was it, pretty much. So we'll see what the Necrons do in what could be the last turn of the game. Alright, we finished the game on the Necron turn 5, and I'm going to quickly go over what happened and explain why crew are awesome. First off, the Praetorians jumped over here, killed a bunch of warriors, and the rest of them ran away, but 1 Praetorian died in the process. But now that objective is no longer held by anyone. In the middle, the Immortals were unable to defeat these drones, and also the other drone squad with the spotter, so that one's contested. Over here, this objective is, well, we're calling it contested. doesn't look like it from this angle. From above it looks contested. What happened was the Immortals came back, then they decided not to shoot at the drones, but instead assault them, just so that they get within that 1 inch of the objective. And they actually managed to defeat both of the drones, but the Devilfish, we're saying, is just close enough to contest that objective there. And over here, the Tau actually have this objective, because you can see the Kroot have managed to finish off the Overlord, so it's just a bunch of Kroot and some Fire Warriors there. But if you think that the Necron should have that objective just so it's a draw instead of a Tau win, which is what we're calling it, then just leave a comment below. And if you have any ideas about future battle reports, then do the same. And I'll see you guys in my next one.